Hi, my name is Mr. D, and today I want to take a look at adding radical expressions. So we have write the following expressions in simplest radical form, and I have two examples, but I want to focus on an easy example first so that we can highlight a common trap that a lot of students fall for. When they look at something like this and they forget the technique behind adding radicals, most students, when they do this wrong, are going to say something like 2 plus 3 is 5, and they're going to say 5 plus 5 is 10, so the answer is 5 radical 10. But this is a common trap, and you can even check if you punch this in a calculator and you punch this in a calculator, the values will not match. So the question is how do we interpret this example? Think of this almost like 2x plus 3x, because the radical 5 in both of these cases could represent the x, but when we add x's, the result would be 5x, not 5x squared. There's nothing else we would do. We would keep the like terms the same. So in this example, if we have 2 radical 5 plus 3 radical 5, all we need to do is add the coefficients, and 2 plus 3 is 5, giving us 5 radical 5s. And that's all we need to do, is we keep the radical the same and we add the numbers in front. We add the coefficients. But now sometimes these examples do get a little bit more complicated. And notice that the numbers do not match, and as we saw before, we can't add the numbers under the radicals. So what we want to do in these examples is get the numbers under the radicals to match. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to focus on the perfect square factors of 27 and 75. So if we break down 27, we could call it radical 9 times radical 3. Because 9 times 3 is 27, we could split the radical apart into 2 radicals and attach them by multiplication. And now for 75, we could break 75 down into 25 and 3, because 25 times 3 is 75. Now the reason why we did this is because now we could simplify. The square root of 9 is 3, so we have 2 square root of 9 equals 3. So we have 2 times 3, and then we just leave radical 3. That cannot be broken down any further. And now we have plus, the square root of 25 is 5, and we have radical 3. So all we did is simplify this piece here. Radical 25 simplifies to 5, radical 3 we just rewrite. But now for the next line we have 2 times 3. We can multiply the numbers in front, so we have 6 radical 3 plus 5 radical 3. And once again, as we saw before, we're not going to add the radicals. We're going to treat this almost like 6x plus 5x. So if we add the numbers in front, 6 plus 5 is 11. So the final result here is 11 radical 3. And remember, if you're at a test, you could type in the original expression into a calculator and then cross-reference it with what you found for your answer. So something like 2 radical 27 plus radical 75 should work out to 11 radical 3. The numbers should match. Okay, well this is going to conclude this adding radicals video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that this was helpful.